Hello, this is Jessica of Jakari Designs. This is part 3 of my necessary clutch wallet tutorial. In my last video, you should have already created this part. And the only part you have to do is put your zipper pocket right here and sew it in. So we're going to just set this to the side right now. I like to just lock mine because it's fun. Okay. So you should have your exterior pieces and your lining pieces and your zipper. You could follow the directions on the pattern and cut these parts off and put fabric, but I prefer to just leave it as it is because that just adds an extra step for me. And I like to have as little amount of steps as I can. So this is also what I do, is you're going to put your zipper pull face down onto the right side of this fabric, because once you sew it on, you're going to want it to be right side up. You see? So we're going to start with pinning. And what I like to do is I just do it at the same time with the lining and the exterior. It just makes it go by a lot quicker. And I just do that. Okay, I normally don't pull it all the way down and put my zippers all the way down, just because once it's in my machine, I kind of feel like I know how it's gonna go. It makes it easy. Sure. Back stitch. Oh, sorry, I'm still not fully used to this sewing machine. It goes pretty fast. Don't want to sew into my finger. At this point, I make sure the needle's down and my presser foot is up, and I just pull my zipper. There it goes. Put the pressure foot down and then complete a stitch. And right here, you can either go iron these pieces flat on the right side out, but I like to just get it all done quick and then iron it. So how you're going to do this is you're going to put your other right side exterior fabric on the other side of the zipper. You see what I'm doing here? And then I'm going to take my lining on the opposite side, so the linings are right side together. And I'm going to do the same little zipper pins. Okay, so my zipper's closed right now, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my needle down, presser foot up. I'm going to find that zipper pull, and I'm going to pull it so it doesn't get in my way, because that's annoying. And there you go. So let me show you how it's supposed to look. Oops. I always zip it because I'm going to need to iron it anyways. So there you go. That should be the outside. That should be the inside. So now, okay, so I've already ironed my pieces. And so now you're going to open up your zipper because you're going to need to turn it around once you sew it. You put your exterior pieces together and you pin them. And what I like to do here at the zipper is I put it down, have it face down towards the exterior, and I pin it. And then I'll do a couple more pins, or maybe a few. See, I go right there. And then I also put this one all the way down. Make sure my zipper looks good. like I said, your zipper should be open right now because when you turn it right side out, you want it to work. Okay, so now you're going to sew in a U shape around your whole piece. So leave this area open. When I get to the zipper area, I normally cringe. I'm just kidding. I do a back stitch right there just to add extra reinforcement. Make sure your presser foot is down. Pivot. Presser foot down. Pivot. Get into that zipper again. I'm going to do a back stitch. Okay, so that part is done. And now you're just going to clip your edges. And there you go. And for added stability for once you put your wallet completely together, I take a strip of stabilizer interfacing and put it right there, just because it makes it a lot more sturdy, because this isn't sturdy, you see? Okay, so when you have your stabilizer piece, you see how stiff that is? You put it right there. I like to do 1 inch to 1.5 inches, whatever I have in my little scrap pile of stabilizer. I hold it, flip it around, and I iron it on the opposite side. So now it's stuck, and I'm gonna flip it right side out. And I take an extra look at my seams, make sure that I didn't miss anything. It looks perfect. And then you take some handy dandy, not really sharp scissors, and you poke the corners just to make them look better. And I put this. So the cool thing about this is once you're finishing adding this to your wallet, you're gonna sew right here, and it's gonna make your pocket finish. So you don't even need to worry about finishing that pocket in the inside of there. So now give it another really nice. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that the lining is flat on the inside, because I finished the zipper pocket before and it wasn't flat. And I learned by my mistake, but hopefully you learned by my mistakes too. So the next part is we're gonna add it to the wallet. Okay, we're gonna take our piece, we're gonna zip it up and make sure the zipper is on your left side of your project. I know this is backwards, but just make sure it's on the left side. Let's put it in here. Make sure it's even on both of these sides and down the middle as much as you can. What I like to do is I put 2 pins in here. So I go right there. Let's see. I go about 3 inches down and start doing my stitch. The next part is we're going to figure out where these go. On your pattern piece, you'll see where you have to pinch it. But I just eyeball it because I've done it for a while. So I normally just pull it up like that. And I start with the front and then I go finish with the back. And how I do this is I kind of look just to see if it looks perfect. And it looks perfect. Okay, now the trick here is you try to squeeze it close to the bottom, flip it around, flatten it out. It doesn't matter. You can get crazy with this, people. Okay, you can only go down about 2 inches. That's all you need to do. So, there you go. Show you how that looks in a second. It's fairly easy to do this. I mean, the back part is the hardest part, but it's pretty easy. I love this pattern. It is the best. I can't even remember who shared it with me, but I was very happy once I had it. Get all those. So yeah, that's how it ends up looking on the side. It's perfect. So then you just do that with the last one. I wanted to give you a little bit of a closer view of this. So I'm doing the other side of the front side. You're gonna back stitch at the bottom. Go all the way to your top stitching that you did on the main panel. And then that's it. Clip your things. Okay, now let's proceed to the last part. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pinch it. You can look at your pattern, see where the perfect spot is, or you can just eyeball it. So this is the tricky part when you're dealing with your zipper, but if you do it the right way, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Just gonna close it up, make sure it all works. Perfect. Okay, so here we go with the back part. You're gonna push these flaps down, flip it around, and you're gonna start as far back down as you can. So remember, you have a metal piece in here, so you don't want to do it all the way up. Back stitch. It's kind of nerve-wracking doing it this way. There we go. So that's how it should look one side. So let's do this opposite one. So I have a trick to this. What I do is I unzip my zipper so it's not in the way. And then I just go to town. And you should be just fine on this one because the metal is a little bit further right here. Just go to your top stitching, and guess what? You have created your wallet. And if you've created a little wristlet strap to go with it, then I will show you how that will look. Okay, so you have your wallet all created. Make sure the lining and the inside looks nice. And you see how much more stable this part is? It's not like the other without the stabilizer in there. So then I just take this little wristlet, I clip it onto this little ring, and there you have it, your necessary clutch wallet. I hope that my video helped you, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help in any other way I can. Crafting is awesome. Thank you.